guys? We're back here with another episode of the Ari Paul Show, where we interview entertainers alike, magicians, mentalists, comedians, jugglers, musicians, all that jazz. Today's guest is a magician. He didn't appear yet. See what I did there? See what I did there, anybody? He didn't appear yet, but his name is Brandon Baglivo. Brandon, where you at? Can you get... Oh, there he comes.
Oh, hi.
Oh, is that you, Brandon?
Yes, I am Brandon, but I am KooKoo. Can you tell? I'm actually part cartoon. Oh, it's a long story. Well, it's a long tongue. You understand. You should have seen the look that I had on my face the first time I saw my tongue do that. I couldn't believe my eyes either. I looked something kind of like this. They're still there, right? I felt it in there. Do not try that at home.
So apparently you do comedy too?
Try that in school, kids. No.
I thought you were going to be a serious act.
Oh, yes. This is as serious as I get, but this is very serious.
Thanks a lot, Brandon, for coming on. What's going on? Or KooKoo, how do you like to be referred to?
Well, I answer more to KooKoo more often in my life.
Yeah.
You might catch me off guard when you call me Brandon, but I will answer to either. Yes.
Oh, nice. So, you're a magician?
Yes.
Who do you perform for? Do you do family, children, adults?
I do it all. I do it all. Well, yes. I have residencies at several restaurants. I perform at a number of Applebee's every week.
Sure.
I should just get that plug in off the top.
There you go.
Every Monday, I'm at Applebee's Exeter, 6 to 8 p.m. Tuesdays, Applebee's Audubon, 6 to 8 p.m.
Sure.
And Thursdays, Applebee's Pottstown, 6 to 8 p.m. So I'm there all the time, every week. But then also, I do private events and you name it. In fact, while we're doing plugs, this weekend I'll be with the Westchester University for the Rams for Ramey's birthday party.
Okay.
I'll be there this weekend. That's
cool.
on Saturday at, referring to my notes here, 1 p.m.
And what are the coordinates on a map? No, I'm just kidding. So
Exactly.
No. That's awesome. So, I guess you like cartoons, is that like...
I do like cartoons.
Yeah.
And I like, actually, well, that's kind of my thing, is that cartoons are magic. They started as magic. The first cartoons were actually in vaudeville. They were projections by magicians. Magicians would actually be experimenting with this new technology. For instance, Google this, Gertie the dinosaur.
Okay.
It's Windsor McKay. He was a vaudeville magician.
Sure.
He came up with this Gertie the dinosaur cartoon. He used to do things like dogs and stuff, and he would interact with the projection. The projection would jump out at him. He'd take a bone from the thing. But people, I think it was called rotoscope.
Okay.
They would kind of cheat. They would trace photos.
Right.
And so they'd just take a video and turn it into a cartoon. But this man was a great cartoonist, so he decided to do a dinosaur so that people would stop accusing him of using a real dog,
And that's how it all started.
Right. So now, in this day and age, this is like postmodern cartoon magic, where, cartoons themselves are an illusion. It's just images moving 24 frames per second to create an experience.
What's your favorite cartoon? Ooh. Are you old school? Do you
go
back to
Bugs? I want to go old school. If you've seen my car. Segue.
Do we have a video of your car somewhere?
I think we do.
We'll get to that.
There should be.
Yeah?
Just to describe it before we do get to that, it's very Wile E. Coyote inspired. It has a rocket strapped to the roof.
Right.
It has that potential energy, the fuse unlit there.
If anyone younger out there is watching, Wile E. Coyote was a cartoon that was always getting... He was a coyote who would always get hurt trying to catch a roadrunner.
Right.
Is that right?
But not hurt because
cartoon.
He was a cartoon. Because cartoon. Yeah, exactly.
That's great. How long have you been performing for? Like, how long has this been a thing?
It's been my full-time job for 7 years.
Oh my gosh! Wow, very nice. Very nice. And you got started. I mean, you don't go full-time right away, right?
Well, yeah. Actually, this is.
Or did you luckily somehow?
Well, kind of, sort of. It did happen fast. But I was in art school.
Okay. Where'd you go?
I went to Tyler School of Art. I studied. I have a BFA in fine arts sculpture.
Is that local?
It's in Philly.
Okay, great.
In fact, now it's kind of Temple. They've moved it down to Temple. It's actually a Temple thing now. It's still Tyler is still its own unit inside of Temple, but it's Tyler School of Art. It's like its own thing. But yeah, I studied sculpture, and at Tyler, it's like all these conceptual approach to sculpture. So not everything is just, you're not making like a bust out of marble.
Sure.
You make robotic. I was making robotic stuff. Some of it's performance art, some of it's video art.
Wow,
which
so
actually,
talented.
That's why I brought this thing along too. Maybe we should breeze through. I should introduce this. Is kind of cool because at Applebee's, I should say off the top, I do have a sign up on the wall. It has a picture of me stretching the tongue, has the car.
Yep.
This is the prototype. Oh my goodness, I have so much junk in my pockets. Sorry, I'm just gonna get this thing out of here. Sorry guys. There's something fishy going on here.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. Sorry, we don't need that. What I do need is this. Excuse me.
So you're at art school?
Yes, I went to art school. So this is where I learned to make stuff like what I'm about to show you right now. This is the robotic animated version of that same sign that you see in Applebee's. This is the initial prototype. I'm going to make several of these. Now we don't have a tight shot on it, but I'm going to bring it up here so you can see above the text. You can see the tongue is moving, the lights click. If you look at the logo up above the car, you see it kind of jiggles.
So this is going to be like in front of
this is the first one. I'm going to make at least 3 more of these, and they're going to be in each restaurant. And if you look at the back, you can see, I'm not sure if the camera will actually be able to capture this, but we'll try. There's a cam. It turns, it pushes the arm up and down, but it also hits this switch. Do you see that, Ari? I'm so proud of myself. And then when that switch goes off, it hits a solenoid, it blinks lights, all different things. So this is the prototype. I'm going to make little artistic changes here and there.
Very nice.
But I had to do a little show and tell.
So people see at Applebee's, do they come back? Is that why Applebee's does this?
Oh yes.
So you have like a following?
Oh yes, and which is the reason.
Do you get a lot of work like social media stuff where they say, hey, we saw you here? Like
exactly,
it's amazing how much work there is out there now with the internet and Google and all that stuff.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm gonna get this straight. So you're doing that's awesome, by the way. Very talented. That's great. So you're 7 years ago. You're in college. You were in college 7 years ago?
No. So
how old were you at the time?
It must have been like 10 years ago.
How old were you at the time?
I don't even know how old I am now, Ari.
I'm just curious.
Well, I'm 34 now.
Because you're 34 now.
17.
Because when I was your age, I was 33.
Okay.
All right.
I accept that answer.
I'm just kidding around.
Carry the worm.
So did you got a magic? But were you doing magic like before that?
When I was there, well, my wife, I was dating her.
Okay.
She wasn't my wife. She was my wife to be. Exactly.
Yep.
And she was kind of into clowning, so she brought me along to visit Priscilla Moosberger's clown camp. Are you familiar?
No.
Okay. It's on the West Coast. He's nodding. He might know. I don't know. The at-home audience has no idea who I'm talking about. So I went there and I kind of just stayed with her. I didn't attend it. I kind of absorbed that through osmosis.
Sure.
But then I was studying, how to balance stuff and.
Oh, you juggle?
I was interested in all that kind of stuff. But then when I left to get an art degree, that basically is a clown college degree. It's like, you have your art degree? We're going to give you this job now? No, that's not how that works.
That works?
You have to pave your own path.
Right.
So I started off just working at a kiosk in a mall. I was
Doing magic?
Selling keys.
Oh, selling keys?
Yes, just keys.
Wow.
I needed people to come in. Right, people weren't stopped. They just see keys. They're not going to stop. They were, unique keys. They actually did. Some of them had cartoons printed on them.
Okay.
But I bought a reel, the dollar snatcher.
Sure.
Just as a joke, to interact with, hey, did you drop that dollar?
Right.
Oh, that's not you, busted. But then some people thought that was a trick, and they came back in to see more and more, so I had to keep learning. And then next thing you know, Toys R Us recruited me from that job to do something for them, and then they wanted to turn me into a manager, and I said, no way, and then I just jumped. While I was there, I was researching restaurant work. So that's where I made that jump. I was like, I'm going to approach some restaurants and make this my job.
How do you land a gig at a restaurant? How does that work? Is it like a cold call, or do you go in, or?
I went in.
Just went in, you walked in, asked for the general manager,
went in. Well, I explained to them what I do. I give them, a free performance so they can see what I do.
Right.
And the proof is in the pudding.
And you've been doing those for a while, right? Like the Applebee's?
That was 7 years ago, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been at those Applebee's for 7 years?
2 out of the 3, the one in Pottstown, ironically, where I live.
Yeah.
I only started that one about 3 years ago.
Okay.
But the other 2, I've been at them for 7 years, yeah.
That's awesome. So you love what you do?
I love what I do.
You love what you do?
I hate my job. I'm kidding. kidding.
So you never had, other than the key thing, you never had like an actual job other than magic?
Well, as a kid, I worked in a grocery store, I stocked shelves, some other stuff, yeah.
Haven't we all?
Yeah.
So what's a day look like? You wake up and a lot of business stuff? Or
a lot of business stuff, and a lot of, because I don't do that many card tricks. You see, that's why I carry all this junk on me.
Yeah.
So when there's people coming back every single day, there's one boy, Henry, if you're watching, hello. He has come every single week for the past 7 years.
Are you serious?
Yes. Well, he's had some sick days.
Okay.
But there's also been weeks where he's seen me 5 times in that week.
Wow.
So he's made up for that. I think he's at least broken even on that.
Wow.
Yeah. So he has a very good attendance record, and he's not the only one. There's other people that are almost as regular as he is. He holds the prize for that.
Yeah.
So I'm always creating things.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, my day.
To show different tricks every time.
Exactly. So sometimes the magic principle that is used, I'm recycling.
Right.
But I'm always building props and making things interesting. interesting because, I do perform for adults. Obviously, adults are the ones who get the reference. Acme.
Right, the kids that think you're silly, but yeah.
I mean, they've learned it after hanging out with me long enough. I've indoctrinated them into that.
I don't know if we have a video of your... Is there a video of your car? We're going to look at that later. Look at that. That's your car.
There it is. Yes, you can see bubbles.
That's literally your car. That's
bubbles
not
come out
like
the
a
back.
Cartoon, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally what your car looks like.
It is a hybrid. That explains the bubbles. There's the.
I know that looks like a cartoon, but your car literally is
Right. That's a photo of my car.
Yep.
In a cartoon there.
So, I mean, when you're driving around, people like roll the window down, like, "Hey, dude, that's awesome."
Exactly. Yes. Well, that's part of what I have to do when scheduling my day. When it comes in for a landing.
Literally, it looks like that, though.
I have to account for
in real life
interacting with people.
Yeah.
I have to be ready. If I park anywhere, I have to be ready to expect time to pause for a photo. That's when I get a photo, things like that. But that's aside from working in restaurants and that. These are my managers. These are my agents, if you will. Yeah.
People are probably curious because I'm actually curious. Do you need like a special permit or something to have that? Do you get that asked all that time?
Well, I've had police officers stop me.
Right. Yeah.
To take a photo. That's all. So I don't know.
Pulled you over to take a photo?
Well, no. I've been like, at Applebee's early, and I heard a knock on my window, and I look up, and there's a police officer. I'm like, "Is there a problem, officer?" He's like, "Can I take a picture of your car?"
So there's
Of course. So that's all I've had. That's
awesome. So there's no you don't have to have a special.
They haven't.
No one's
well,
ever said
I use the proper roof rack. And there are ratchet straps holding it in,
A GR17 model.
Exactly.
Do you have any super? That's great, man. That's so cool. Do you have any super memorable moments? Things have happened performing or?
Oh, performing in general.
Or not performing for that matter.
Or just
anything interesting.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I remember my birth. It was. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I don't go that far back.
Dark cold night 34 years ago.
Right.
That's awesome, yeah.
Well, is he telling you about a commercial break? Is that what that was?
Oh, we're getting there, yeah.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, maybe I could think of it over the break.
Anything crazy happen? Yeah, think about it. I'd like to hear, because people love to hear about all these things that can happen on the road. We just talked to Stevie last week.
Well, actually, here's a funny thing just about the Acme. Just because I pulled up to, I think it was Wegmans, and this woman pulls up furiously, just drives up, and she says, sir, yes?
Yeah.
Are they going to open an Acme here? I'm like, no, miss, it's not that Acme. It's the cartoon Acme. This is, no. Wegmans is staying.
Clue, huh?
By the way, we love Wegmans and Acme. We don't disparage either of those companies or entities. Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about more supermarkets when we get back.
Clean up on aisle 2.
What are you guys doing here?
What are you doing?
No problem. Just not. Come on. Phew.
There's one I could do, actually.
Hey guys, we're back here at Ari Paul Show with Brandon Baglivo, also known as KooKoo the Magician.
Guilty.
So everyone hears the word magician, and you know what they say? Show me a trick.
Okay.
Is that all right? Do you have a trick you can show us?
I do. I have an idea. Actually, I'm inspired. I'm going to try something maybe artistic. Yes.
Sharpie? Don't cut yourself.
I'm going to use a marker.
It's a Sharpie.
Yeah. Blink. But more importantly, do not sniff markers. Never, ever take a marker and do not try that at home.
You tell people not to do it, but then you do it?
Try it at work, yes. That's what I'm doing, right? However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something artistic.
Yeah.
It's a perfect segue. Art school, cartoons, magic. This hits all those notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attempt to create a character of sorts. I'm actually going to use her in the wings. Yes, hold still. I'm going to kind of capture your essence, if you will. Okay. Work it, yes. La-da-dee.
What could he be drawing?
Done this before, hasn't he? La la la. He's been in a television studio before. That's all I'm trying to say. La da dee. This is coming out very nicely, but I'm going to change one eensy weensy little detail. This is not going to be you. It's not a reflection on you. It's my own indecision. This is going to be you.
Oh!
No, don't be self-conscious.
All right.
He's a TV host. He's not self-conscious. No, but it's not going to be a character of you. This is going to be a character for you.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to let you see my artistic process, but it starts off a little sketchy. You're not going to judge, are you?
No.
You'll go easy on me?
What you got?
I hope so, because this is it right here. Those are the eyes, that's the mouth. I know it looks like eggs and bacon. It's going to get better. I'm going to develop this character and bring it to life. Not I mean that literally, just figuratively. But some people find my art to be quite moving, okay? Now, I don't mean literally moving. I mean emotionally. Moving.
Yeah, the eyes are definitely
What?
moving.
He's crazy. Like it's alive or something?
Yeah, looks like it.
Let me just check it. Are you alive? You see it.
What? I can't hear you.
Oh, are you alive?
I still can't hear you.
Are you alive?
Oh, give me some ears.
Oh, ears. Okay, no wonder you can't hear. You need the ears. That would explain that. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Oh, I forgot the ear holes. That's an important detail. I'm so sorry, sir. Is that better?
Oh, that's much better. I can hear you now. Give me some hair.
Okay, a do for you. How about a chin, too?
Oh, boy, do I look handsome. Oh, how about a nose?
Okay, one schnoz coming right up. There you go, buddy.
Oh, P.U., you stink.
Everyone's a critic. The nerve of some drawings.
Oh, don't forget my eyebrow.
Eyebrows, I could do that. Here you go.
It's about time you gave me eyebrows. Huh? What happened to my voice?
No. Don't be mad.
You gave me angry eyebrows.
Sorry, buddy. Sheesh, let me fix that for you.
Oh, that's much better. Oh, my temperament has been fixed.
What's the least I could do for the guy? Wouldn't you do the same thing? Of course he would. He's nice, yes.
Okay, finally. Give me a mustache.
Okay, I will give you a mustache, but gotta hold still. Okay, come on, now quit jumping around the page. You are making this difficult for me. Well, it's kind of a curly mustache, sir. I hope you don't mind that too much.
Wait, I never asked for a curly mustache. This is a ripoff.
A ripoff, huh? Sir, you're 100% correct. Ari, that is for you.
Look at that.
Thank you, thank you.
Look at that.
Fine.
You're not talking anymore.
The applause is deafening. Thank you. I can't even hear it.
He doesn't say anything anymore?
Oh, he doesn't work anymore. He's retired.
Nice.
Yeah, he's going to Boca Raton.
So it's obvious and pretty evident that you love performing.
I do.
Which is
yes,
great.
Yes.
You picked the right thing to do as a performer.
Yeah.
Wow. What's your favorite part about doing magic? I mean, is it?
The paychecks. No, I'm kidding. No, you don't get the magic for the paychecks.
It's all for the little people, the fans.
Exactly. Yeah, all the reactions. I think that's what most magicians are gonna say. The reactions.
Yeah.
You know, the feedback you get, especially those belly laughs. That's the thing with kids is you get the deep laughter. The belly, they're falling on the floor. That's the best. That's the best. But of course the adults too. They some of them laugh pretty hard too.
Well, of course, I'm sure. It's funny because I like to ask all the entertainers this, because I'm interested in the business aspect of all this. How do you get work? I mean, do you do promotional stuff? Do you spend a lot of money on advertising? I guess people see at the restaurants and they hire you.
Not much. I, for the very first time, sent out a postcard recently to camps and schools and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was very recent. It was my first time even doing that, just because between the car and just all the interaction I have with so many different people.
Yeah.
It kind of is a self-feeding thing, a snake eating its own tail, if you will.
Yeah. Did it work? Did anyone call you from them? Does that?
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Did you do camp work? Do you?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you teach magic and stuff too? I know a lot of magicians do that on the
absolutely.
side.
I do also have the KooKoo the Cartoon Magician official magic kit. That is its own thing.
Oh, so someone can learn magic too.
Yeah. From my kit, there's a whole thing in there. And then also I've done one-on-one lessons. People have been urging me to do a camp.
Sure.
I haven't gone there yet, but I have done some one-on-one stuff. I have given some kids first prizes. They did it. They put in the work. Right?
Yeah.
I helped them.
Yeah.
They got first prize in their talent shows and stuff like that.
That's
just
great.
teaching some really good tricks. Yeah,
I saw something cool in some of your pictures and videos. you have like pictures of you that you bring to the restaurants, and some of the kids are sweet enough to like.
Right.
Because I know in like a kid's night they get crayons, right?
Exactly.
So they draw pictures of you.
Some of these drawings also get colored in too.
Is that one you think you're really known for? Is the
Well, I do. I love
doing
I love doing this piece so much.
That's great.
So yeah, it's so much fun. And they color it in. Yeah, they name it. They color it in. They
That's
put it
so
underneath
cool.
their pillow.
That's so cool.
Goes to Boca Raton in the morning. They never see it again.
Yeah.
It's a callback. Sorry.
So wow, tons of magic. Yeah. How do you measure success? I mean, are there things you want to do, that goals you have, or
Sure. Well, I'd
do
like.
you want to like get big clients or perform in Disney World or something?
I'd like to do some TV stuff, but not like your
late.
different format. I'm not competing with you, but I'd like to do a show, like a cartoon type show,
Right.
where you can kind of blend, in a postmodern way, kind of blend magic, use magic methods to create cartoon effects and create a show out of it. I think that'd be really cool.
Very nice.
A la Pee-wee's Playhouse or Ernest. Remember Ernest from the 80s?
Of course, Ernest Goes to Jail.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, man. What's the most challenging part about doing this? I mean, I know talking to a lot of performers who do it full time, you don't get paid unless you work.
Right.
Do you find that to be challenging at all? Because I know, it's a great job to have, but there's also that whole fear factor.
Right.
How do you deal with that?
Well, it's just a lot of, when you do have a big gig, you don't treat it like it's like you won the lottery. It's part of your job.
It's work.
Yeah, so it goes back into the business, and you treat it responsibly.
Yeah.
And you live within your means from that.
Right.
So you treat it is my day job, so I treat it as such.
Yeah.
And actually, speaking of TV, one more plug. Can I put another plug in?
Hey, go for it.
'Cause this is an important one. A TV show, a pilot. Yes, Behind the Magic is being put together by Ryan Adamovich.
Okay.
And Dennis Lee Bush. So
Okay.
Dennis Lee Bush is he's the producer. His company's called Magic in the Music.
Okay.
And Ryan Adamovich is the guy that made the documentary about Mingus Magic Shop. Are you familiar with?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
there you
a
go.
brick and mortar magic store.
Exactly. So he made that documentary. Those guys are working together. They're making a TV show called Behind the Magic. So that's going to go. Send Wayne Hoffman will be the actual host.
Okay.
I'm just one of the featured magicians on the pilot.
Sure.
So Wayne Hoffman, who some of you at home may have seen on Penn and Teller Fool Us.
Right.
America's Got Talent, Ellen DeGeneres, et cetera, et cetera. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
So he's the host, but he'll go to different countries, and he'll go to a brick and mortar magic shop in each place,
Okay.
and then they'll talk to a different magician at each place. So this one will start in Reading. So I will be one of the magician in that area for that show.
That's awesome.
Shameless plug.
You know a lot of local magicians? Are you friends with? Is it like a scene?
I'd say as far as Mingus goes, because I go in there, I restock, I get my flash cotton, etc. I think we can say flash cotton on the air.
You've exposed magic tricks.
Oh no, yes,
They're going to be lining up outside to beat you up. And
flash cotton. Google it.
The masked magician right here. We know who it is now. It's Brandon. How could you?
Forgive me. But yeah, I go into Mingus all the time, so I know a lot of the guys that go into there all the time.
Yeah. I know there's also a shop in Lansdale, PA.
Yep.
In the area. I know this is going on all over the world, so fly to Lansdale and buy a magic trick. Any good performance stories? Funny things that have happened? Scary things? Funny things?
Trying to think of
things.
Trying to think of ones I can tell on air.
Really? What kind of places are you performing at?
But just ones that stand out, because not necessarily
That's what that
stories.
stack of ones he had on him earlier was all about.
Yeah, exactly right. That costs extra. No,
That's what she said.
But not funny stories, but just talking about not just laughter that comes back, but sometimes there's just you don't realize who you're touching. Sometimes.
Just to confirm, he meant.
Emotionally,
in an emotionally way.
touching. Yes, thank you. Yeah, as I said, I do not have an agent to look after me. It's just my car.
You're welcome. That'll be $6,000 for the
I'll see you in
consultation.
But yeah, so sometimes I find out that someone has just come from a funeral. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And they
absolutely.
Or
yeah,
funeral,
yeah.
or my child is autistic. They haven't spoken.
Absolutely.
In however long, and they've just been talking to you this whole time and laughing and hugging.
Yeah.
I get hugs from the parents, and it catches me off guard. I don't even know what the proper response is. It's just this is the true meaning of humbling.
Yeah.
Because I don't. It brings me down. It changes your perspective on what you do.
No. I not to get into it. I actually went to Lower Merion High School, and Kobe Bryant just passed away, and it's just like it's tough, man. And I know it's good to use what entertainers do with performers, and it's not always about the money. Obviously, if you do it full time, you have to get paid, but just the amount of lives you get to touch. Honestly, it's really amazing. It's It is in that aspect. It's scary, financially and all that, but it is a great job, if you even want to call it that. But Brandon, man, thank you so much, KooKoo, for coming.
Thank you
really
for having
appreciate
me.
it.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll see you back here again. And ladies and gentlemen, KooKoo, we want to send us off here. That's all, folks.